Well, you know, there we are, July 4th already, and so many people around here are saying they haven't had much summer. Well, we are in the time of changes, of major changes, and many people who are out there amongst you and amongst us here, they will say the changes are like touchable, tasteable, sensible, and oh yes, they can feel it. Some of these changes are not so gentle. But let me tell you something. In the late 1959 through the 1960s, early 70s, you had some major changes to deal with as well. And I tell you, all of a sudden, many people were talking about hippies. And the hippies who want to change. But we can't say hippies who want to change. These were people from all walks of life who had had enough with the structures and the things that were taking place. They were seeking a different, a freer kind of existence. Not all of it was very spiritual, because the drug scenes in many places were very heavy. Now we are going through another type of change. And those who know of the many warnings I have given, the changes now might be harsher, might be more bringing what was started then called freedom right to the surface, right to the top. And it is, for those who understand cycles, it is major manifestation of a cyclical condition upon the planet. And do not forget, when we say that around the times of our planet, the planet is also part of a cyclical motion, major cyclical activities. It is like the lakes. For some of you who have asked me and who come here, and I have talked about it, and I said, yes, lake is beautiful and wonderful today, and then it goes through its cycle, and the lakes, the bottom comes to the top, and the top goes to the bottom to renew the energy, to renew the pressures, and to renew everything that has to do with this lake inside, wherever it is located, bowl, passage. And so from this lake, when it is overfull, it then starts to flow out, and we get streams. And the streams run everywhere and take the energy from the lake, the newly vibrating energy of the water everywhere, and the water that comes from high mountains and from the inner earth also experience this renewal. Pardon. And then you will say, what has this got to do with me, with us? The very same thing. That what was there at one time might then go through a state of healing or renewal, and then it becomes different, but in essence it is still the same. We also come to the realization that in many relationships, whether mother-child, father-child, grandson, granddaughter, it doesn't matter. Also in those relationships there is renewal. So if there is renewal there and readjustment and change, then we can see that there is readjustment and change in government and in commerce. There comes the dangerous thing. If these people that are in government, obviously they're not aware, or they haven't studied or practiced change understanding. So economies are part of cyclical conditions, and at the moment you are going through a major cyclical condition, renewal. Is it renewal? It is basically change, wisdom, understanding, but there is a danger this time. A great danger. Those who never ever have enough, and they have so much stuff, trailers, boats, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars for 2 inhabitants, 4 houses that they can't live in simultaneously. Those are the ones are all of a sudden coming to a place where they have to realize that they are going to be part of the cycle of change. What is up today might be down tomorrow. So is it with warlike actions. Many of you have written and have asked me, and you are from the United States of America, what about Obama? Well, actually, Mr. Obama was part of a cyclical change, a global change. And not for nothing did he bring up Abraham Lincoln. And Abraham Lincoln was sent to the planet by Creator. Yep. He came to bring about the change and the empowerment he laid for other people of color. Now, you could call me a person of color as well. My ancestors are North American native people. Oh, now I can hear from some of you, oh, we don't like this. Or some of you say, oh, isn't that interesting? And if you go to my website, you will be able to see myself in First Nations dress. That doesn't mean that I am accepted by all of First Nations. Yet, at one time, I was made the official peace speaker for First Nations around the planet to speak about peace, harmony, compassion, thoughtfulness. You know, when so many people have picked up the Buddhist lingo of mindfulness. Well, your mind, it is your brain. The mind and the brain are different entities. So I can say, you're to be using your brain to a full 110% in the time to come. And of course, use your mind to be peaceful and to be meditative, to fill yourself and those around you with a sense of paradise, peace and harmony, and most of all, love and compassion. Is it that we today need to look around us about the changes that have taken place and that must take place upon the planet, and especially in the countries where there are a lot of First Nations people, that they are coming out of the old into the new. But what is the new going to bring them? Wouldn't it be better if they could move back to the very ancient, where you as a people, wherever you are, also need to go to practice compassion in the coming 5 years? And change, I mean serious change in what you do every day and who you are. your kindness towards the animal world, towards the birds, and most of all also towards the helpless that are around you, to learn the word love. You see, I stay away from that word compassion today because I want to see you awaken into a sense of true love, of true togetherness. You know, someone made a comment about the Caylee Anthony situation. I have said it, and I will say it again. I believe, truly, this girl is innocent. I truly believe that the world is harsh and confused because you do not understand what a harsh environment she may have lived in. And you know, I am not accusing, but I am questioning her father, the behavior of these people, their family dynamics, and the mother. When someone says, oh, the mother lies, well, we have seen that the mother lies too. But that doesn't mean that they're evil people. In this case, I believe the father has shown to be an utter selfish individual. But it doesn't mean that all of you have to pounce on Caylee or her father or her mother. Those who have experienced this or are experiencing this painful drama, forgive them, because they will be tortured the rest of their existences in this life and in the next with the conditions that have been created. All of you need to send thoughts of love to little Caylee, because little Caylee, her soul, is being empowered and, of course, is in the good care and love of the Etherian world. And the angelic world and the Etherians, they will renew and empower her and love her. And whatever be will be, if she decides to return to this planet, that's what she decides. And if she doesn't, there are other galaxies, other planets, as I have spoken about so many times. Again, I come to you today and ask you, if it is so difficult for you to use this learning curve for love, kindness, and compassion better than anything ever before upon the planet. This is the greatest time of change, and if you are not kind and compassion, you are going to have great difficulty. I mean serious difficulty. There will be massive shortages of food. There will be horrible in the next while, let's say end of July through the first 10-12 days of August, you're going to see horrible hurricanes in Nova Scotia area and the area in the United States, like hurricanes that will that make you gasp. But love, kindness, compassion, sweetness, opening up, changing yourself, putting yourself in the moccasins of others. Yes, earthquake activity will be there. But it doesn't matter if there is earthquake activity. These 2012 hullaballooers need to stop fear-mongering. It needs to come to the point of love. Thank you for your time, for all your lovely notes. Cycles, the cycles of existence of the universe and of the planet and of your lives, my friends, are important. And may I find a stream of your compassion flowing around the planet to those who are broken and in need. Thank you.